What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I want to talk about what I would like to see from indie brands, specifically next, what I would like to see them drop next. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. I have a new backdrop, I have a new camera. My camera has a monitor on it so I can actually see if I'm looking stupid, if I'm not, etc. So yeah, definitely let me know how you guys like this. You guys can actually see now my setup, and my makeup collection, all that jazz. Um, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'm gonna try not to look up at the monitor too much, but it's a habit. Well, now it's a habit. So yeah, let's just get into the actual video. I will say that I have tried to record this now, I want to say 3 times. Um, yeah, so we're gonna hope that this one comes out reasonably well. During one of the other times, I actually dropped this palette, so that's why the shadows look a little funky. I repressed them, good to go. So these are my Christina and Cosmetics shadows. I love her formula. I definitely do prefer her newer collection, but I do like the older collection for what it is. So her older collection that I have, it's a lot more shimmery than metallic, and her newer collection is definitely more metallic, and you get your first matte. The matte blends beautifully, applies on the lid beautifully. I love it. So what I would like to see from her, oh, let me tell you what she already has. So she has 2 sets of single eyeshadow collections. She has 1 palette. She has brow products, a brow pomade. She has liquid lipsticks, and then that's it. So what I would like to see from Christina and Cosmetics, personally, I would like to see a little bit more of a more colorful eyeshadow palette. I think their formula is so beautiful and should be recognized more, but I don't think it will get as much recognition because they only have 1 palette. I think they should drop another palette. It's been enough time, in my opinion, that they can bring out another palette and not overwhelm their audience. I will say I have tried their liquid lipsticks. I love them. I think they're more like the Kat Von D formula. So if you don't like that formula, you probably won't like her formula. But yeah, that is what I would like to see from Christina and Cosmetics. Next, I want to Next, I want to talk about Touch of Glam. So these are the eyeshadows that I have. You guys can see it's a little bit more true to color up there, and they're all shimmers. So you get these 4 in this first row that are a lot more glittery, but they're still shimmers, of course, and then all the other ones that I have are definitely a lot more metallic in nature. What I would like to see from Touch of Glam, oh good gracious, Touch of Glam has these shimmer eyeshadows, and they also have highlighters as well. I don't have any of their highlighters, but from what I can tell, people love them. I would love to see Touch of Glam come out with some matte eyeshadows. I think it's time. I think they have enough recognition, enough people on their on their on their boat with them, excited about new products. I think that people would be even more excited about some mattes, and then it would make it so much easier for people to actually do a full look of Touch of Glam singles. So yeah, I would really love to see some mattes from them. Then I can fill out my personal palette. I will say I reach into here a lot to get some of the more metallic shadows to put in my inner corner. It really helps to brighten up that area in such a unique and fun way. So yeah, I love Touch of Glam. I would love to see them come out with some mattes. Next, I want to talk about SugarPill. Now, SugarPill is a well-known brand. I mean, if you don't know them, you haven't been in the makeup industry for very long. I have only their mattes, but a lot of other people have tried their shimmer eyeshadows, and these are their pans. They also have the singles as well. They have lipsticks, which I love. I have 2. They have liquid lipsticks. I have not tried, but I've heard good things. Um, and that's it. That's all, to my knowledge, that SugarPill has. I would love to see SugarPill come out with some bronzers, blushes, and highlights. I think that's just the next reasonable step for their collection of stuff. And this formula is so good because you don't get kick up. but it's also pigmented and it's blendable. I think honestly they could just take this formula, slightly dim down the pigmentation and put that into a bronzer, blush, and blush formula, and then of course add shimmer to make a highlighter formula. So I would love to see SugarPill come out with some actual face powders, and yeah, I think it would help their brand to grow even more, and yeah, for more people to fall in love with their brand. Oh, and I never said this eye tutorial I did record. Let me come in close. So I did record this this look. If you guys are interested, it will be up on my Instagram because people were making too much noise, so I could not actually talk you through it. So yeah. Anyways, next brand I want to talk about is Makeup Geek. Now, Makeup Geek is not a stranger to the makeup community at all. They have just kind of become sparse. Not many people talk about them. Not many people actually use their products regularly, especially on YouTube and Instagram. What I would like to see from Makeup Geek is for them to continue their face powder products. So they already have they already have eyeshadows, both shimmer and matte. They already have bronzers. They already have blushes. They already have highlighters as well. I think they should next come out with face setting powders, and then of course foundations and concealers. I think those are the next reasonable things. But what I think would make their products more unique is for Makeup Geek to come out with stick foundations. Not very many people like stick foundations, but for the ones that are really good, people love them and they become holy grails. I think Makeup Geek could be unique in the sense that they're kind of drugstore prices, and not very many drugstore stick foundations are loved in the makeup community. So if they came out with a stick foundation that people loved and really made it become a holy grail in their collection, that could really put Makeup Geek back on the map again, in my opinion. And so yeah, I would really love to see Makeup Geek come out with some stick foundations, some concealers, and then face setting powders. Next, we have Luxie Beauty. So Luxie, I have a bunch of shadows. Let me see if I can get, so this is the best view I can get, so you guys can see true to color what I have. Most of these are shimmers, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a couple mattes, and I have a cart waiting to purchase even some more. I'm just waiting for their summer collection to drop on their website, and then I will purchase it. And it drops on like the 18th or something, I don't remember, but I will be getting a couple of their shadows, not the whole collection, but a few of them. Raine, work. Oh, so I would love to see Luxie Beauty. So Luxie Beauty has eyeshadows, both matte and shimmer. They have highlighters. That's it. Every time I do this video, I forget. It's like, you would think I would remember by now what these brands have, because I've done this a bajillion times. Okay, yes. So they have matte shadows, shimmers, and highlighters. What I would like to see Luxie do is expand with their face powder products and come out with some blushes and some bronzers. I think that would just be the next reasonable step in their collection. And once again, it would just help to broaden the horizon of people who purchase from them, because you never know. For all of these brands, people might not be into eyeshadow, but they might love blush and bronzer. And so if you have blush and bronzer, that'll bring people to actually try out your brand more. So I would love to see Luxie come out with some blushes and some bronzers. I have my Davina Cosmetics collection. So I have mattes and shimmers from them. I love their mattes. Their mattes are, I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. And their shimmers are good. I'm not a huge fan of their shimmers, but they're not bad at all. I also have a bronzer from them, and it's right there, and it's called Keone. It's their darkest bronzer. I'll just swatch it really quickly for you guys. So here it is on my finger. we're just gonna ignore the foundation on my hand. And there it is, swatched, and then I'm gonna do another swatch and blend it out. So I just did the same swatch again, and we're just gonna blend it out. So there, where? So there you guys go. Those are the two swatches of Keone, which is their darkest bronzer. Now, I love that bronzer. It's beautiful. It applies on my skin. It works perfectly in the summer, and it can work in the winter. I would like to get another one of their bronzers, the one right lower than Keone, just because, you know, it's a wee bit too dark for me in the winter, and I don't want to be looking stupid. I will say their bronzer does have kick-ups, so if you're not a fan of that, you might not be a fan of their bronzer collection. That's how I feel about their bronzer. And like I said, I love their matte eyeshadows, and their shimmers are good. I would like, oh, Davina also does have highlighters. I don't have any of them, although I have some in my cart waiting to come to me. But I would love to see Davina come out with some blushes. I think that is just honestly the next reasonable step for them to come out with. And they could just use the same formula that they have for their bronzers and just come out with some blush shades. So I would love to see them come out with some blushes next. And yeah, that is what I would like to see come from Davina. Lastly, I have these right here. These are my Feather River Body, well, Sydney Grace, formerly known as Feather River Body. Now, I have a bunch of their shadows. I have both shimmers and mattes. I have both shimmers and mattes from them. I also have like 2 or 3 of their cream shadows, which I did review in a cream shadow, liquid eyeshadow video, so I will link that up in the cards. They also have pigments and glitters, which I have a couple of their glitters. And yeah, I think, oh, they also have, I always, see, here we go again. Here we go again. One day I'm gonna get my life together. One day. So they have all of that I just said. They also have highlighters and blushes. So I think honestly the next reasonable step for them is to just come out with bronzers. They already have blushes, so I have not tried their blushes, so I don't know if they're good or not. But that same formula can just be put into a bronzer and expand their range even more. So I would love to see Sydney Grace Co. come out with some bronzers. So yeah, you guys could clearly see that there was a slight pattern in what I wanted. I thought that these slow, small steps could really help these indie brands to expand their range, but also to expand their clientele. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a like if you did. Definitely comment down below. Comment down below any brands that you would like to see expand and what you would like them to see and what you would like them to expand in. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's English. English is my first language, but I'm not good at it. Anyways, definitely leave a comment down below. I love talking to you guys. I reply to every comment that I see, and yeah, it's been real, y'all. Peace.